Hello friends, family, total strangers. I have headed south, so I'm trying to get back to warmer temperatures now. So Jax's mom has a friend who has a cabin up in Angel Fire, New Mexico, which is by Taos. And we went up there for a fun little ski weekend, and I put up that video and everything. That was just a quick video. You know, when I'm spending time with friends, I just don't want to spend a lot of time doing videos, so I took a little bit of footage and just slapped it out real quick to have something out. But yeah, I'm on the road again, solo again, so I had a great time in Angel Fire. It was really fun doing those sorts of, you know, just something a little different. You know, being up in the snow is fun for a few days anyway. But yeah, back on the road. So today's video is going to be on how I go to the bathroom. Most people, I'm gonna, I guess, explain how most people do it, and then I do it a little differently. So, you know, living in a van, there's two main options that people do. They either get a marine toilet, which I don't have any footage of one of those to show you, but it's essentially just it looks like a little self-contained toilet, and it has like a couple gallon tank down below, and it flushes. It has water. It has a water tank and a black water tank, and it flushes and everything, and you just take the tank out and empty it into a regular toilet. The other method most people use is the bucket method, which is really more of a bag. Bag is the better way to say it, because you're not just going into a bucket. You know, you have a bag in the bucket, and you go in the bag, and then you tie it up and throw it out. I tried that one time, and I just decided it was not for me. My van is so small, you know. Yeah, when you poop in a bathroom and then can leave it, that's great. But I mean, if you're in a tiny van and you poop, yeah, no, not for me. And then you keep that with you, even in a sealed container, it's not for me. I mean, if I have to do that, I've got methods set up where I can do that. If I'm in an extreme emergency and I need to do it in the van, I can do it in the van. But how most people do it is they'll go in the bag and then they'll tie it up, keep it in some sort of sealed container, and when they're by a garbage, they'll just throw it in the garbage, like you would a diaper or a doggy, you know, a doggy bag. Yeah, so I don't use either one of those methods. The main reason I don't use the marine toilet is that essentially you have a sewer tank you have to empty, which is freaking disgusting. Yeah, I want nothing to do with one of those marine toilets because I don't want to empty sewer. The bucket method, although less socially acceptable for most people, is preferable of the two because you just tie up your little bag and you throw it away. So you separate, you know, the poop and pee, and yeah, you just tie up your little bag, throw it away, and it's just less messy to deal with. But I mean, it's still disgusting having a bag of poop in your van. And you know, I should probably get over it, and I shouldn't have that stigma about it, but I do. I just don't want poop in my van with me. All said and done. But yeah, I use these. Yeah, vault toilets. Vault toilets, you know, because I travel a lot, so I'm always driving somewhere. And I go to places that usually have hiking trails or river accesses, or vault toilets are all over the place. And, you know, the places that I like to go are some place that I can hike or access a river or do something like that. And a lot of times there's picnic areas, there's, yeah, river access points, there's campgrounds, there's trailheads oftentimes have vault toilets. And yeah, I just find one. Like where I am right now, I'm at White Sands, and I camped on Holloman Lake last night, which is just like 4 miles away. And so there's no bathroom at Holloman Lake, but I just got up, made my coffee, and then drove to White Sands, and there's a bathroom at the visitor center. And so, you know, if you're always going places, it's really easy to find a bathroom. So the first thing, or number one thing that I use is this. This is a laundry bottle. I just got it from the dollar store. The reason that the dollar store ones are great are that they don't come with a pour spout, so it's easy to use. And the other great thing is it only costs $1. And don't use a clear bottle. That's terrible. I mean, nothing says I'm homeless like a jug of urine. So nice, something that doesn't show what it is, and it just looks like a bottle of laundry detergent, so nobody would know any better. They would just see a bottle of laundry detergent, and there's no chance that they would open it to drink it either. And then if I don't have a vault toilet around, and I'm camping out in the woods, so sometimes I'll be just out somewhere where there's just no place to go, then I use this. So I just dig a hole. Don't throw the toilet paper in there. Keep a little Ziploc with you. Throw your toilet paper in the Ziploc. It really doesn't smell at all, and just dump it when you get a chance. Is how I do that. Because if you bury it in the hole, it'll get dug up, and nobody wants that. Nobody wants toilet paper at their campsite. And then, so for an emergency, which I've never had to use yet, for an emergency, I can use this in the van. I've actually done it once in the van just as an experiment to see if it could be done. And it worked. I used a Ziploc bag. Don't use a Ziploc bag. You don't want to see what's going on. You want like a black bag. You don't want a bag where you could see what's going on in there. And also, like, the Ziploc really just didn't hold the smell at all. The container did. But anytime I opened this container, it was horrific. It was horrific. So since that one time, that convinced me that I don't want to do this. I can do it. I have garbage bags, or you could even use like bigger doggy bags for this. So you could do that. Folgers, good to the last crap. Yeah. So that's my that's how I do the bathroom. And so I either dig a hole or I find a vault toilet. And you know, part of the reason that I'm able to do that is I'm often not staying places out in the desert like a lot of people do, where the ground you can't dig a hole and there's no porta potties around. And I also don't stay any place 14 days pretty much. The longest I've ever stayed anywhere was at the RTR. That was 10 days, and that was just, they had porta potties there. Otherwise I'm staying 3-4 days at maximum, and oftentimes I'm somewhere where there's a vault toilet. It's windy out here. If you wanted to use the bucket method, you know, you have to separate solids from liquids. And Crystal Vanner actually has a really good video on how she does it, so I'll probably try to throw a link to that in the description in case you want to go that route. And one last note for the shovel technique. So I don't actually, I've done that I've done that somewhere maybe 5 to 10 times, somewhere in that range in between those two. So it's almost all vault toilets, and then I have buried as I need to, but again, maybe 10 times, but I don't even think it's been that many. These aren't scrub brush, these are the tops of trees sticking out of the sand where they've been buried. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, all that stuff. Thanks.